Hey, it's Greg here with MaritimeGardening.com, and today I'm going to show you a really quick, fast, easy way to whip up some greens. In the situation, you're whipping up a meal, and you take a look at what you've made, and you say, my goodness, this thing's a little bit light on the veg, we need a little bit more. This takes like 5 minutes or less to throw together. It's a last minute thing you do, and it tastes really, really good. It's really easy to do. And you can use any kind of green. You can use like baby bok choy, or even lettuce, or this Napa, or whatever this is. Honestly, it's very flexible. There's an Asian grocery where I live, and whatever they've got this big, almost like an aisle of greens, and I always buy the cheapest one and bring it home and cook it. And if I cook it this way, it always tastes great no matter what it is, even with mustard greens, right? Today I'm going to use these, and I'm just going to prepare them. It's not hard to do. All I do is I just sort of break them off at the base. The idea of this, and I'll just explain the cooking process while I'm preparing these, to show you. I'll do this in real time to show you how quick and easy this is to do. Is that you're going to blanch these, so you're going to drop them in boiling water for like 30 seconds. And then while that's happening, you're going to cook a sauce that goes over them. You're going to take them out of the boiling water, which will soften it, make them easier to chew and stuff. You're going to lay them on a plate, you're going to pour the sauce over them, and that's all you got to do to prepare this meal. Okay? So first thing you got to do is prepare your veg, depending on what the vegetable is. If it's the lettuce, right, I'll just take it off like that, remove the bottom, and that piece of lettuce is ready, right? You just remove the bottom because there's dirt there sometimes, and that part's not ideal, right? But the whole lettuce, whole thing. So, I mean, it's all about removing every part of the vegetable you think will not soften up enough that, it'll be nice to chew after about 30 seconds in boiling water. If you're worried that putting this in the boiling water is going to remove nutrients, read my article on Substack about that. I'll take the paywall off, I'll leave it off permanently, I'll put a link to it in the description box of this video. Yes, it removes some nutrients, but it doesn't remove all of them. Some, it doesn't affect them at all. And as always, you probably, if you make the dish taste good, you'll probably eat more of the vegetables, right? So if you eat 1 ounce of lettuce in a salad, but you eat 10 ounces of lettuce in a cooked dish, it doesn't matter that it's got half as much vitamin C, for instance, because you're eating 10 times as much, right? That's the general idea. Okay, I'm just going to take this over to the sink, wash these, and then I'm going to immerse them in boiling water and take it to the next step. Also, when you're washing vegetables, a lot of people, they think the best idea to wash a green is to throw it in a colander, right? And then just pour some water over it. But if there's any dirt or anything, remember, vegetables are grown in the ground, right? If there's any dirt or stones or anything like that in the vegetable, that's not going to remove it. What you want to do is you fill your sink about halfway full of water, put the vegetables in the sink, right? Move them around a little bit, and then take them out. Either use, if they're really small, you might use some sort of strainer. I just take them out with my hands, take them out, put them in a colander, put them in a bowl, right? And any kind of rocks or dirt or stones or sand, anything that might have been, this is especially important when you're harvesting vegetables from your own garden, right? Where you're not, in a grocery store, usually things are very little of that, most of the time, not always. But from your own garden, it's never as clean as the grocery store because you're not adhering to the same standards as them, right? So let me get these cleaned, and then we'll get back to the next step. All right, I've got those greens all cleaned up. Now it's just a question of preparing this garlic. Just going to do this in real time as well, just to show you that it's not that big a production, right? Take off the end, give it a squish, right? And the skins come right off, right? Then you can cut them in half and give them a really good bang, right? I mean, you can push down hard, you can bang, depending on your personality and what kind of day you're having, right? The more minced up you can get these, more evenly the garlic's going to be spread all over the greens when they're ready. Right, a little process here, just rocking the knife around, right, gather up. Oh, I'll put a bit down here. Right, just cutting. Only takes a second. Okay, now we're ready to go over to the stove. All right, so we've got a nice hot pan here. We're going to add a tablespoon of oil. Okay, I've seen some recipes use sesame seed oil for this. You can do that. The dish I'm going to be making this with is going to have sesame seed oil, so I don't want to have the same flavor in both dishes. This is just a side dish. All right, so you got your hot oil, and you got your garlic in there, and you're just going to move that around for not long at all, just a few seconds. Oh, forgot to put the greens. I'm going to put while that's happening, I'm going to put the greens in the hot water. Right, get those going, get them all immersed in there. This water was boiling rapidly when I put the beans in, this water was boiling rapidly when I put the greens in. After about 30 seconds or so, it'll be boiling again. Basically, once it resumes boiling, right, you put the greens in, it lowers the temperature of the water. Once it resumes boiling, which usually takes under a minute, the greens are ready. Okay, these garlic, I can see some browning here, so that's good enough. So now we're going to add a tablespoon of water. Woo! And add a tablespoon of soy sauce. I'm going to add a tablespoon of oyster sauce, just like that, right? And move that around until you see the whole thing start to dance, okay, which we're almost there. Bringing it to a hard boil. Right, the oyster sauce, you don't know anything about oyster sauce, it doesn't really taste like oysters. It's sort of like a sweet soy sauce type thing. And you're making a sauce, it adds a sweetness and adds this, what's that called, umami. That's enough. Okay, so you can see we got this sort of bubbly boil type thing. That's fine. That's done. Okay, and the lettuce. The lettuce is boiling. Not lettuce, the greens are boiling. I missed one here, just leave that aside. So it's time to take them out. Let me do that. Kill that heat. And we just fish these out. You can use one of those strainer things. You use whatever you got. I'm making a mess here because I'm filming a video. But that's fine. You just fish these out. And then we're going to arrange them on a plate so it looks nice. And so it's just easier to serve up. And you'll see they're vibrant, nice green. As nice as they were before, they're even more green now. So let's go plate this up and I'll show you what this is all about. All right, so now we're going to arrange this onto a plate. I mean, you can do this. This is all, I don't need the tongs. If you can use your hands, if you've got Teflon hands or asbestos hands, it's easier to do with your hands. If you don't want to touch anything, use the tongs. Okay, you can spread this all out. You can make it look very artistic. It's all a question of your proclivities and your, of course, level of patience. I like to kind of make it look kind of nice. And you can see how green and intense and attractive this is. And you saw how much how much greens we actually put into this, right? I mean, the thing with a cooked green is that you're going to eat more than you would otherwise eat with a salad, right? It's easier to chew, it's softer, it's sort of been condensed a little bit, it's been, almost like pre-processed in a way, right? So, I don't know, there's a lot of people that want to have everything raw, and there's arguments for that, but I like salad, I like regular salad, sure, that's fine, but I like this too. It doesn't have to be all one thing, right? Yeah. I mean, you can just throw this on in a mess, right? I'm going to take a picture at the end of the video so it looks nice. So that's all a question of your style and your taste and that sort of thing. But yeah, you can just throw it on there, right? But anyway, you can do whatever you want and you can garnish it up with, sometimes these have a flower. You could put the flower in the middle, do something fanciful like that. I really don't have that level of skill. Now, all we do is we take that sauce we made. If you wait too long and you've got like a thick, heavy pot, the sauce actually might lose. It might lose some of its water, like some of the water might boil off. So when you go to pour this on, if it won't pour because it's thickened up too much, just add another tablespoon of water, right? It should pour. Okay, it should be like a thick sauce, but it should have the capacity to pour, right? I mean, you can spoon it on, or you want to make sure you get a little bit everywhere. And it'll all work out as people are serving themselves. I mean, this is a great dish to eat. I don't bother cutting up the greens or anything like that. You can use your fork and knife, or if you're using chopsticks, we usually have this with some sort of dish we're having chopstick with. During COVID, since we were stuck in, I decided the kids would learn to use chopsticks, and they did, right? We couldn't get out to restaurants, so we just made one here, and it was a great little fun way to change some of our dinners. Anyway, that's the idea. So, this is absolutely beautiful. It doesn't take long at all, right? This is like a 5-minute, I mean, it probably took longer in this video because I'm explaining everything and talking. But if I'm just throwing this together, it's like 5 minutes to throw together. And you can add more, you can make it bigger, you can really go as big as you want with this. And the limitation on the greens is all a question of your taste. All right, so the video would not be complete without me giving this a taste test. And quite frankly, it's just about impossible to resist anyway. I'll take a little bit of this up. Then I'll have to reorganize this so it looks like I didn't eat any. Let's give it a go. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is so simple. Such simple flavors, but it tastes so good. And these thicker parts, the stems, they're not too hard to chew. They softened up enough that, right, you've got the greens at the ends, are really nice and soft, but you still have something to chew in the stems. But they're not stringy, they're not, too fibrous, they're just right. It's just almost like a perfectly cooked asparagus, that texture, right? And you got that nice sweet saltiness of the oyster sauce. This is just a fantastically simple, delicious, easy dish. Since I've discovered this, I've been cooking it a lot because I enjoy it so much, and it's so easy and it's so pretty for guests or whatever. Or just to liven up a weekday evening meal with your family, because it only takes 5 minutes. So, if you've got kids that won't eat their greens, this is my daughter's favorite thing. She's 13. If you got kids and they're kind of put their nose up at greens and stuff like that, or maybe a spouse or whatever, this is the solution. If they have any kind of hang-ups about seafood, just don't tell them that the oyster sauce is oyster sauce. Just call it sauce or something, right? Just buy, right? They'll get over it because it tastes so good. And I've seen variations online where people put a little bit of hot chili peppers in there, or they use some sesame seed oil, that sort of thing, to give it a bit more character like that. You can do all of that, but just like this, it works. It's really good. So I hope you found this interesting. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. Check out the link in my in the description box for that article about cooked greens. You can also, there's a link, I'll put a link in as well, a recipe for making this. Right? Because not only did I make a video, but I actually did an article on how to make this, step-by-step instructions, so that every time you want to watch it, instead of having to listen to me talk for 7 minutes, you can just look that up. Otherwise, until next time, get out there, get at it, have fun in your garden, have fun in your kitchen. Thanks for watching. Hey, do you like getting free shipping? Then go to Vessies.com to buy whatever you need for your garden this year, and use my coupon code GAVS24 to get free shipping as long as there's a pack of seeds in the order and there's no oversized items. Check out the description box of this video for details. You can buy everything you need from Vessies. They have seeds, fruit bushes and trees, soil amendments, pest solutions, tools, clothing, and lots of other stuff too. So yeah, if you want to help support everything I'm doing here and you like free shipping, and they sell something you need, buy it from them and use my coupon code. Happy gardening!